Hi everyone! Today I have an important video for you. It's to help you prepare for the endgame modes resetting in version 6.2. To start things off, we have the Spiral Abyss. This Spiral Abyss is looking to be more difficult than the last one, especially if you don't have a good pyro carry and a good plunge carry. Looking at this image, we can see Hoyo's plan for floor 12 chamber 1. The first half has 41 enemies in 11 different waves, and the buff for this half? It is a 75% increase to off-field pyro damage, aka a Durin shill, but that's not all. In the second half, we have a 75% plunge attack damage increase. This is clearly a Varka shill, as we have two of these foxes from Natlan in the second half. Seriously, what is Hoyo thinking? Moving on, we have Chamber 2 first half. Here we see 4 waves of enemies with a total of 7 enemies. Now this isn't so bad when compared to the first floor, but why do we need so many waves? Next we have the second half of floor 12 chamber 2. Both enemies come solo in separate waves and are nothing special since they are just Fontaine open world enemies, however. Since this is in beta, things can still change, though it's unlikely considering how close we are to release. Finally, we have floor 12 chamber 3. In the first half, we will have the new Nod Cry boss. This boss in the open world drops Durin's ascension materials and has a Durin-favored gimmick. Essentially, he will have high resistances to every element to start. You have to hit him with 120 instances to put him into his cooling state, but when you reach 60 instances of damage, his resistances decrease. After 120 instances, he goes into the cooling state where he gains a cryo shield. If you can remove this shield quick enough, he will get even lower resistances, but if you fail to remove the shield in time, then he will return to his original state of high resistances. One more thing to note is that he loses 30% HP when he is weakened, so it's looking like you need a pyro character for this. To finish the Spiral Abyss, we have the Geo Shield Plunge enemy that came up in a recent Imginarium Theater. To beat this guy, you either need good Geo characters or a good plunge character like Varka. He is nothing special damage-wise, but if you don't have a good plunge team, he will take a lot of time. If I had to guess, Xiangling will be the most used for the 4-star clears in the first half, and gaming will be the go-to for the second half. Next, moving on to the Imginarium Theater. Here is the opening cast and special invitations. As you can see, the 3 elements for this Imginarium Theater will be Pyro, Cryo, and Anemo, so Skirk mains have fun. As for the bosses, they are nothing special. We will have an Electro Primo Geo Vishap in Act 3 that can be countered by most cryo units. In Act 6, we have the Aeon Blight Drake. Simply use a bow character to knock it out of the sky, then do damage with any character. Then in Act 8, we have the Solitary Swanee. To defeat this enemy, you need to freeze him, and then use any element to damage him to reduce his resistances. If that fails, he will enter his Anemo state where he will summon 3 orbs. Shoot these orbs and he will get knocked out of the sky, where you can damage him any way you like. Then for Act 10, we have the Yumkasaur from Natlan. To defeat him, it's simple. Just dodge his attacks. Make sure to blow up the little fruit he spawns using Pyro, and then damage him with any non-dendro element. Finally, let's move on to the controversial Stygian Onslaught. Let's start with the last boss, as that is the easiest one here. Simply put, you need either a good Geo DPS team or a good plunge team. Remove his shield with Geo or plunge attacks, and then continue doing damage until he is dead. I suspect the best team will be Varka Overload. Next, moving on to the second boss. Here you need to use pyro characters that have ranged attacks. Think Mavuka Tap Skill or Durin. You need to destroy cryo gadgets that spawn on the ground. This will do damage to the cryo shield of the boss. Once all gadgets are destroyed, use pyro ranged attacks to destroy the rest of the shield, and then do your normal rotations to kill the enemy. There is also the fact that when the shield is destroyed, the boss will lose health from the shield break. Finally, we have the first boss. This one is the world boss from Sumeru, where he has 3 different elemental shields. You have to use an element that is not the same as the shield to destroy it, and after each shield breaks, he will lose HP. Once all shields are destroyed, he will be weakened, and you can do damage to him normally. The best teams for this boss are likely Nefer teams, Llama Bloom teams, and Skirk teams. Comment down below what teams you will be using. That is all for today. I hope you enjoyed. Please remember to like and subscribe so you don't miss future videos.